Hello, my name is Aaron Tyler, and this is the intro to Pentecostal Doctrine final presentation. I'm going to be talking about what makes up Pentecostal doctrine, who is the Holy Spirit, and why should we seek baptism in the Holy Spirit, and a few concluding thoughts. So, what makes up Pentecostal doctrine? Those would be the four core beliefs of the Assemblies of God, specifically talking about Assemblies of God. Of course, denomination is Pentecostal can encompass other churches, but for the AG, Pentecostal doctrine is made up of the four core beliefs. There'll be salvation, baptism in the Holy Spirit, divine healing, and the second coming of Christ. And in this presentation, I'm going to focus on the Holy Spirit because I feel that really is one of the key differences for Pentecostals, that we do believe in the baptism of the Holy Spirit. Other denominations don't necessarily believe in the baptism of the Holy Spirit. They believe it either is only for the early church that's in Acts, or they believe it's just a one-time thing when you're saved, that you have the Holy Spirit in you, and that's all that there is to that. But since as Pentecostals we believe in the baptism of the Holy Spirit, I'm going to focus more on that. So, who is the Holy Spirit? The Holy Spirit is a person. I remember growing up, we used to sing the song "Send It On Down," talking about the Holy Spirit, and we always loved that song, sang all the time. Didn't really think anything of it, but now as I've gotten older, now it's more apparent how that song is actually incorrect, because it calls the Holy Spirit an it when the Holy Spirit is not an it, but it is a person. It is, I just said it. The Holy Spirit is the third person of the Trinity, sent to the people in the upper room after Jesus returned to the right hand of the Father. He sent the Holy Spirit to them. It was a promised gift to them that he would send a helper. And it is so that we may have power and authority to be witnesses to others. So, why should we seek baptism in the Holy Spirit? We need the Spirit to be witnesses. We need the Spirit to be able to speak life into other people, to speak things that no one else knows about the person, but it's what they need to hear at that specific moment. The power to pray for them to receive healing, to have that boldness, is through the baptism of the Spirit that we are filled up and overflowing, and that allows us to be bold in our witnessing. We have access to the power and authority that Jesus had. We can do, and the Bible also says that we can do more than what was even done in the Bible. We have access to that through the baptism of the Holy Spirit. It is the fullness of everything God has to offer us. It is a gift that is offered to us. It is something that we should seek, because we should want to seek everything that God has for us. Another thing is the prayer language. When you're baptized, the evidence is praying in tongues, not just for edifying the body, but also a personal prayer language straight to the Father. That when you don't know what to pray, you pray in your prayer language. It is a very powerful thing that we can be able to do. So, in conclusion, while Pentecostalism has some similarities to other denominations, baptism in the Holy Spirit is one key difference between those who believe in Pentecostalism and then those who don't. We should live in the fruit of the Spirit, and we should seek the gifts of the Spirit. And it is something that we should strive to want to be able to live in and be empowered in. And we want to be able to exhibit those fruit of the Spirit as we are witnessing to others. And so that would be just an overview of the introduction to what Pentecostal doctrine is and with a little focus on the Holy Spirit. Thank you.